with Rohini. My slides are already in there.
Welcome address, can you deliver, please?
Yeah, Rohini, can you do the slide share, please?
Yeah.
I think Kannan has to be told to start the streaming at the right time, and then you can. Okay.
Kannan sir? Kannan sir, irkeda?
Irke, na illam enge.
Ma'am, can we start?
I'm there.
Okay.
I'm there and.
Okay. Professor, shall we start?
Yes, please.
Preeti, start, ma.
We welcome you all. At the outset, I wish all our women friends a happy Women's Day. We thank all the men who have put their name and helped in this regard. I'm Preeti, working with Alumni and Corporate Relations team, and I'm fortunate to MC this event. Today, we invite you all for the launch of our prestigious initiative, Women Leading IITM. Kind attention to all. We have shared Zoom link and the same is live on YouTube as well. YouTube link has been given in the chat window now. I request Professor Indumati Nambi, Chairperson of IITM Women's Forum, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, Preeti. I welcome all of you today. A very good evening to all of you who have joined from India, and very good morning and afternoon to others who have joined from the Western Hemisphere. Can I have the slides, please, Rohini? So myself, Indumati Nambi, I'm a professor in Civil Engineering Department working in the Environmental Engineering area. I also don another hat as chairperson of Women's Forum, which is why I'm here. So I would start off talking about a little bit about Women's Forum. Are the slides on? Yeah. So Women's Forum of IIT Madras is a very strong group of almost 2,500 women, including faculty, staff, undergraduate, postgraduate, PhD students, and other project staff. We have recently involved a lot of activities concerning all the four groups of women in IIT Madras. So we have also have a logo which was designed by students and faculty together, which is a black tulip, as you see here, which symbolizes power and strength. So can you click Rohini for me for the other animations? So in our Women's Forum, we have been involved in several activities. Yeah, we have recently created, I think something is happening with the slides. Can you see the slides? I'm not able to see it. Yeah. Okay, so Women's Forum has a Twitter, has an Insta page, Facebook, LinkedIn, and also a web page recently inaugurated by Director Professor Bhaskar Ramurthy. We have also initiated a lot of collaborative activities with the Alumni Association, and over the last 4-5 months with the IITM Foundation. And I'm very happy to be involved in the initial discussions, which probably played a small role in shaping up this whole program. All our initial discussions with Rohini and GDS over the last few months. I also want to talk about, we are also having other activities and collaborations with alumni, particularly mentorship for the PhD students, which has taken off in a nice way with Meera Sitaram. And we are also working on a BTech mentoring program in partnership with the women alumni and faculty. So I'm very happy to welcome all of you to this event. It's one of the kind event which is happening today, and we look forward to a lot of partnerships with the alumni, both in the activities and also for the WLI future programs. Now, I would call upon my friend, Dr. Liji Philip, who is the first woman dean of IIT Madras. She's currently the dean planning, and she has been leading the effort as the chair of the committee of WLI at IIT Madras. Over to you, Liji.
Indu, can you please stop the screen share?
Yeah, I think the dean's office.
Yeah.
Thank you, Professor Indumati, for opening this prestigious program with your address. While we gathered here to launch this path-breaking initiative, let's have a glimpse of many firsts of women at IITM over the years. I request Suman to share the screen. We thank Srimati Priya Sundaram for ideating the first of many. Next, we have Professor Liji Philip, Dean Planning, IITM, to talk about the initiatives and impact of women leading IITM. Incidentally, we are glad to share with you all that Professor Liji is also the first woman Dean of IITM. We are proud to have you here with us, Professor. And if you have any other slides, you can share, Suman.
No, I don't have any slides, Preeti.
Okay. Thank you, Professor.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Can I go ahead, or you'll be
Yes,
stopping the presentation? Okay. Yeah. Good morning. Good
Yeah,
evening.
one more, ma'am. We have one more.
Okay. Thank you, Preeti.
Yeah, Professor Liji, you can start now.
Yeah. Good morning, good evening to all gathered in this auspicious occasion. It is a very happy moment for all of us. With the enormous and wholehearted support from our alumni, we started the Women Leading IITM program. Thank you all who initiated this program. The objective of the program is to boost women leadership in science and technology. The program aims to develop and support women talent in the institute by reducing the obstacles faced by women, faculty, staff, students to achieve their full potential. Preference were given to projects which accelerate, recruit, secure, promote, nurture, and support women talent at IIT Madras. And now I'll talk a little bit about how we went around to select the projects. The process, the WLI process started with our director forming a committee for evaluating the project. The committee consists of faculty members, alumni, and staff. We were 4 faculty members: Preeti, Shweta, Sheetal, and myself. And Dohini was representing IITM Foundation, and Shubha Kumar was representing IITM Alumni Association, and we were having Priya Sundaram from ACR, and Rajashree Bhaskaran was there always with us as an honorary member. And we had many discussions and all, and we came up with the announcement, and we put the announcement on January 16th. And the last date for the proposal submission was January 31st, and we received overwhelming response. And this will be an annual process, and every year we'll be starting this process in January, and the declaration will be on March 8th, the Women's Day. So what we are thinking is January 1st, call for proposals will be going out. By January 31st, all the proposals will be received. And then February month will be used for evaluating the proposal, and March 8th will be the announcement. And March to December, advisors are available for grantees to discuss the progress. And next March, because most of the time we are planning to give the project for 1 year. So next March, the grantee report will be available to IIT Madras and the alumni. So this is what we are thinking. And regarding the application, I told you we received overwhelming response. 50 plus applications were there, and it is amounting to 4.5 crores, whereas our first year grant was only 73 lakhs. And we got wide-ranging subjects. Okay, applications were received from 14 departments. Okay, aerospace, applied mechanics, civil, biotech, almost all the departments. And diversity in applicants were there. Okay, we got applications from professors, associate professors, assistant professors, PhD scholars, postdocs, all of them. And diversity in topics were raised. Okay, managing motherhood, early career was the most common challenge. Then wishing to help other women, mentorship, leadership were common motivations for senior faculty to apply for the funding. And review process was very interesting. Review process was very interesting. We had an amazing team. Okay, most of other members did most of the work. Okay, we reviewed each proposal along with many additional readers. Meeting the WLI team and sharing experience was a fascinating opportunity. Our younger colleagues were very, very enthusiastic. Okay, they spent a lot of time to talk to each and every applicants to understand their problem and all. And we received very good proposals ranging from laser welding to water, wastewater treatment, and drug delivery, etc., etc. And we tried to support both need and vision. Senior PhD students needing support to Women's Forum, extending childcare hours to experienced faculty, running gender audits. And it was tough to choose from so many proposals, the limited number, because the fund was the limiting thing. So we decided to partially fund more number of proposals than fund only a few. Okay, happy to know that there are so many young women who are doing such wonderful work in IITM. Feel privileged that they felt comfortable enough to open up about the issues that they faced as women while doing their research, and that they proactively applied for the grant. And finally, 18 grants were selected anywhere. Rohini will be talking in detail about that one, for 73 lakhs rupees. Okay, out of 4.5 crore projects proposals. And we have given priorities to last year PhDs. Okay, that one will be helping for recruitment, because they'll be completing a quality PhD so that more faculty from them will be coming out. And innovative projects to address obstacles facing career growth, then mentorship initiatives, admin support for women initiatives, and child care. And last but not, we are planning to mentor the non-awardees to help secure alternative funding. And I once again thank all my team members who helped so much. They did so much of work compared to me to find out the best proposals and select them. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you very much. May I now request our Director, Professor Bhaskar Ramamurthy, to address the gathering.
Thank you, Preeti. Good evening to everybody in India. Good morning, good afternoon. I suppose we don't have people from the countries east of India, because it will be past midnight now. But if they are there and joining us in the spirit of being part of this, welcome to all those who are literally burning the midnight oil to be part of this. This is a great day for us, the formal launch of the Women Leading IITM initiative. It's been in the works for some months now. We've had a lot of discussions on how to do this right. And I first want to congratulate the donors. This idea seems to have caught on like wildfire. A large number of donors have stepped forward very quickly to get this thing going. I want to thank each and every one of them for their generous support. The people who have been part of this committee that we have created to move quickly and start this program, identify good recipients who can really benefit from assistance, and also look at the various proposals. The proposals also are a learning experience for us. It tells us the different kinds of challenges that our women students probably young faculty and even young staff face, and what we can do on a targeted basis to ameliorate some of their difficulties so that they can progress. So at the outset, I also want to point out, I mentioned this in the Women's Forum kickoff 3 days ago also, that we are a public institution. The government of India itself does quite a bit. But except that whatever the government of India does is on across the board basis. It's government of India. Government cannot target except in a very broad, with a very broad brush. They can't target individuals for their specific needs. But whatever they can do on a broad brush basis, they are doing, and they have done quite a bit. I think we have postdoc positions that are reserved for women. The government moved with great alacrity to create enough supernumerary seats in the JEE to enable our girl enrollment in BTech to go up to 20% in a very quick period. Our working service conditions have been improved as much as possible by the government to include, as I mentioned last time, 2.5 years of childcare leave anytime in the career of a woman to take care of their children when they very badly need their mother with them. So they've done whatever they can with the broad brush. What the Women Leading IITM initiative seeks to do is to actually, because it's possible for when the funding is from donors, and when there is a very sharp committee with sharp eyes and ears looking out for their welfare, to listen to the needs of various individuals and respond to them in a targeted fashion. So we do that also for helping our needy students who are in need of financial assistance, and it works very well beyond what the government does with a broad brush. So this, in that sense, at a very conceptual level, this is very similar to what we do with the funds we get from donors for helping students who are in financial need. So this, but however, I think as Indu was pointing out, this program goes beyond just helping with money. The stewardship program the steward program that Women's Forum has already launched fits very well with the WLI initiative. It's mentoring our PhD students primarily, so that they can build careers the way they want to, rather than the way they are constrained to. And I think going by the kind of proposals that we have seen and the kind of proposals that have been supported after thorough vetting, I think we will find very creative ways of helping our women students, particularly BTech undergraduate students, also research scholars, women faculty, and women staff, to overcome some of the challenges they face today. I've already been telling in our discussions, and also I've been saying this in the fora that I've addressed the last couple of times on this issue, that our biggest challenge right now is actually to get more women faculty on the rolls. And for that, we need to see more women faculty applicants. Universities, good universities across the world never hire their own PhD students, so we can't just turn around and hire the best women research scholars we have. We need to find the good women research scholars from other institutions and get them to apply to IIT Madras, so that we can go through the process and recruit the good ones. We're not getting sufficient applicants. So one of the things, tougher jobs that we have to do in this initiative is actually to find ways to reach out to good potential faculty from other institutions, understand their difficulties, why they are not applying, maybe help them overcome those difficulties, or promise them that we'll help them overcome their difficulties should they apply here and take up a job at IIT Madras. This would be one of the challenges, because it's always much more difficult to address the needs of people who are not in our institute, who are all over the country. So, but we need to do that. And I think the constraints they face are probably, several of them have to do with what will happen in their lives if they choose to work here, wherever from, after relocating themselves from wherever they are. I think that's where we can try to address their difficulties and promise them that we'll do ABC to help them overcome those challenges. And this is going to be very important, because I believe we really have to do something to up the faculty fraction of women in our faculty from the 14, 15% that we have. I don't know exactly where it is now, but to at least 20% to start with, and maybe closer to 25 to 30%. And also do that across departments. Some departments have a very low ratio, and we need to address that. So these are all the things that we have to do. And I think this initiative will go a long way. I've always found that, you don't need a whole lot of money. You need decent amount of money, but you don't need a whole lot of money to make these huge difference when you're doing it in a targeted fashion. And to do it in a targeted fashion, you need a passionate and committed group of individuals, this committee that I'm talking about, but even others, to actually learn about the challenges that the women are facing. And then you need funding that is not from the government, so that it doesn't have to be a broad brush. You need donor funding to be able to address those needs. I think we have both, so I'm quite confident this program will really do well, and I hope to see our imbalance in gender imbalance in the faculty particularly addressed. I think our staff gender imbalance is addressing itself. We can do something to accelerate it, but what I see when we recruit now at the entry level in our staff, we see a good proportion of women. I don't see a big problem in that. And at the PhD level, as PhD scholars, we're already quite okay. It could be better, but 30% is fine. And undergraduate has been addressed at least fairly quickly to get it up to 20% at least. And I think it will go up beyond this on its own. It may take 5 to 6 years, but it will do. So I would say that the faculty is the one that we have to really focus on. And I'm sure in this initiative, I'm sure it'll happen. And then automatically, the issue of women coming into leadership positions in larger numbers will automatically happen, because I don't see any problem in that within the institute. There are no glass ceilings here, and it'll happen. It's just that right now the fraction of and in the staff, it's already happened to a great degree. In case of faculty, we just do not have enough numbers. So I really thank all the donors once again, because this initiative is really very timely. It has not a day too soon. And the institute is committed to working with all the donors and all the people who have a passion for this, our own faculty and staff, students, but also our alumni, to make sure that this program really in a short time creates huge difference. Thank you very much. And I wish everybody associated with this program all the very best, and thank everybody once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. May I now request Sri Kamal Dugirala, Chairperson, IITMF, to share your thoughts and addresses us on this occasion, please.
Good morning, good afternoon, evening to everyone. It's fantastic to see this initiative getting off the ground. It seems like only yesterday Rohini was discussing this with a small group of volunteers and board members of the foundation, and here it is coming to life. As all of you know, alumni from IIT Madras have been very successful around the world, and specifically in the US, and they want to give back. And one of the purposes of the IIT Madras Foundation is to work in partnership with IIT Madras to present opportunities that inspire these alumni to give and contribute, and they want to make a difference. And an initiative like this really captures the imagination and is very inspiring for a broad range of alumni to support, because we've all experienced the relatively small fraction of women colleagues when we were in IIT Madras. Much smaller in my time. I know it's increased, but still it's a very small number. So the foundation, today is a formal legal entity, nonprofit entity that accepts contributions from US donors. It has a formal governance structure, much like other nonprofit entities that are held to a high standard in the US. So it's a multi-generational alumni board spanning from the 60s all the way to the 90s. We have alumni who are serving as board members, as volunteers, and in partnership with IIT Madras, administration and staff, our goal is to support a large range of projects as well as build a $100 million endowment that will support IIT Madras's strategic vision far into the future. And for those of you that may not be familiar with US universities, this is a relatively small number compared to the amounts that are available to large world-class US institutions. And our goal is to help IIT reach that same level of support from alumni. You go to the next slide, please. So the foundation, has multiple areas of focus, and it is 90+% run by volunteers. We have a chief financial officer and an administrative development person. Other than that, it's the alumni volunteers that are making this happen. So we receive contributions from high net worth individuals, and we have a group called the National Gifts Committee of, again, alumni volunteers who work with these individuals, making the connection, and some of them have actually contributed to the WLI as well. We also have an annual fund that raises money every year through annual campaigns that are, a lot of them are online. Number of educational summits conducted in partnership with faculty. Reunion class gifts have been very, very successful over the years. And, it is now almost a competition to see if each succeeding reunion will contribute even more and support a specific initiative if that's what they're inspired to do. And we also conduct a number of donor events which help build the community of donors and expand the giving broadly from alumni. So over the last, I'd say 5+ years, which is a relatively short time, we have raised a little over $21 million, of which 11 million is in the form of an endowment, and 9 million has been passed through to various projects, and 1 million has been spent on operations. Next slide, please. So you may recognize some of these names, but this is, these are some of the specific donors who've contributed to the WLI initiative. And again, this started literally, I would say the fundraising started maybe barely 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago. And to see so many people step up and make this happen has been very inspiring. And it's also, a good opportunity for me to acknowledge 2 individuals from the foundation. Rohini Chakravarti, a board member, a longtime board member of the foundation, who's really appropriately taken a leadership role in making the WLI initiative come to life. And also GDS Ramkumar and his wife Aruna, who are on the call as well, for making a leadership gift that quite often is a catalyst that lets other donors also join the party. So we are absolutely delighted to see this initiative taking shape. And I can assure you there will be a lot more money coming to support this going forward. Thank you, and wishing the grantees, congratulations, the upcoming grantees, and wishing this initiative all success.
Thank you, Sri Kamal, for your address and for your insightful presentation. Now, let's have a look at a few more interesting, first of many of our women at IITM. Suman, can you please share the slides?
So Preeti, one small
We thank-
correction. The first woman
Yes, please.
registrar is Usha Titus.
Okay, Professor. We thank Srimati Mamta Dash of Heritage Center and our alumna, Srimati Shweta Bhupati of Institutional Advancement for this interesting first of many tiny bites. Now, let's move on to the announcement of the first ever Women Leading IITM grants. We have 18 grantees for 2021 to 22. We have 3 dignitaries announcing the grantees' names. Though we would love to present all the grantees, considering the schedule, message from grantee would be flashed on the screen. The grantees will be getting the opportunities to present and interact during the project milestones. Let me first request Srimati Rohini Chakrabarti, board member, IITMF, to announce the names of the grantees. Ms. Rohini, please share with us a few words before the announcement.
Thank you, Preeti. Let me go back. I have a couple of slides here. All right. So yeah, it has been an amazing journey, and thank you, Kamal and Professor Bhaskar, for the kind words. I've been involved right from the start with this initiative, and it was something that GDS and I proposed initially to the IITM Foundation board, and we've had many, many co-travelers on this journey, Dean Mahesh, of course, Liji and the operating committee, and many, many volunteers, and we tried to include as many of them on Kamal's slide. So thank you for the journey so far. Just to echo what Professor Bhaskar said, we really looked at it from a strategic point of view to say what are the issues that we want to address and target when it comes to these grants that we are setting out. And this is an inaugural grant program, and we actually started with the hypothesis that maybe we'll get 20 applicants and we'll give out about 10 grants. And we've been really amazed and impressed with the level of thoughtfulness that the applicants have exhibited. They have come in with ideas that are really amazing, and they're both intended to help them grow in their careers, many of them. But more importantly, a lot of the programs the applicants presented were to help other women on campus. And this collaborative approach is really what we need to build a great campus culture. And so what we've done is to really read through all of the applications, the 50 plus applications. Many of them had multiple readers, and the 18 grants totaled 73 lakhs, which is the budget that we had. We prioritized our late year PhDs, and you will see some of those names in the grant list that comes next. And then we also wanted to make sure that we had really the support that we needed for women in their early careers, especially balancing motherhood and careers, which is what was a big need. And as importantly, we were really sad not to be able to support many of the other applicants. And one of the things that our volunteers have offered is to mentor non-awardees. And that's a real offer. So please take us up on it and please reach out. There is a WLI email inbox at IITM as well as at IITM Foundation. And we hope you will take advantage of that, as well as reach out to Indu at Women's Forum, which is now the central clearing point for a lot of those questions. So with that, what I would love to do is I would like to request GDS and Aruna, who are our leadership donors, and they have given us the keystone gift that will catalyze this entire endowment. And if they could please announce the grantees, and then I will come back and announce the last few over here. So Aruna and GDS, please.
Thank you, Rohini. My wife Aruna and I are really proud to support the WLI program. It's really wonderful to see it come together. Before I announce the names, We want to dedicate our support of the program to Professor Kamala Kritivasan, who was my BTech thesis advisor, from whom I learned theory of computation, automata theory. She was, I'm deeply grateful to her for her mentorship and guidance. Also to tag Professor Tim Gonzalez, who taught us operating systems. He advised us on the program and helped us as a reader. And to fellow alumni in 1990 class batchmates who are also supporting the WLI program. The first grantee is Shruti S., who's a PhD scholar in the Department of Civil Engineering. I believe she's here. The grantees are here. Congratulations, Shruti.
Thank you, sir.
The second, Sharina P. Joy, PhD scholar in the Department of Biotechnology. Congratulations. Third, Sarayu M., PhD scholar in the Department of Biotechnology.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Privita Edwina Raji, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing the name, PhD scholar in the Department of Applied Mechanics. Bhanuvati Rajakumar, PhD scholar in the Department of Applied Mechanics.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ruby Saha, a PhD scholar in the Department of Physics. Congratulations. Hima Elsa Shaji, PhD scholar in the Department of Civil Engineering.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Diana Jocelyn, PhD scholar in the Department of Civil Engineering.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. Indu R, PhD scholar in the Department of Mechanical Engineering.
Thank you so much, sir.
Congratulations. Dimi Thankum Philip, PhD scholar in the Department of Applied Mechanics. Congratulations.
Thank you very much for the support.
Thank you, Aruna and GDS. I think we could not have gotten this off the ground without your support. Aruna and GDS are both PhDs, and I think they they really felt a kinship with a lot of the late year PhDs who, many of the women are balancing motherhood actually alongside their PhD program, and I think we really do want to make sure we celebrate both their academic achievements as well as the lovely families they're building. I was hoping to have Shubha announce these few, the next few grantees, and unfortunately she's not been able to join us today, I think. So I will just read out some of the other grantees, and this group of grantees we put in the bucket of trying to build a campus culture that was collaborative and supportive of women. And so there's a lot of thought that has gone into how to take sometimes a scientific approach and sometimes really, more about better communication and, building that collaboration amongst the women on the ground. So the first one is M. Hamsapriya, who's an assistant professor in the Department of Biotechnology, and this goes towards supporting promising woman PhD student in computational biology. Congratulations. The second one is Shanti Bhattacharya, who's a professor in the Department of Electrical Engineering, and she has a proposal that is around a new workshop-based approach to gender sensitivity. Congratulations, Shanti. The third one is Rupashri Baral, who is an associate professor in DOMS. And she has done a lot of work around women's entrepreneurship, and this would help her build her own presence as a thought leader representing IITM. Congratulations, Rupashri.
Thank you so much.
The next one is Matangi Krishnamurthy, who is an assistant professor in the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences. And she has offered to do a gender audit, which is actually a pretty research-oriented approach to understand the gendering at IIT Madras. And this gives us a baseline for some of the work that might come later. Congratulations, Matangi.
Thank you so much. And thank you all for your support.
The next one goes to Indu Nambi, who in her role as chairperson of the Women's Forum, and that's to provide some staff support for all of the wonderful programs that the Women's Forum runs. Congratulations, Indu.
Thank you very much.
The next one goes to Narasamma Nipatlapalli, sorry if I messed up that name, which is she's an institute pre-doctoral researcher in the Department of Civil Engineering, and it's a merit cum means support for a young, promising young researcher. Congratulations, Narasamma.
Thank you, ma'am.
The next one goes to Preeti Agalayam and Karthik Vaidyanathan. I think they're both professors in the Department of Chemical Engineering, and they proposed a gamification approach for gender awareness at IITM, and it follows a program that they run for other parts of chemical engineering training. So congratulations, Preeti and Karthik.
Thank you, Rohini. Look forward to developing some nice games on this topic.
Thank you. And then the last one is also to Indumati Nambi, who again in the role of chairperson of the Women's Forum, and this is around expanding childcare support for working parents at IITM. Congratulations, Indu.
Thank you.
With that, I'd love to turn it over to Preeti to continue the program. Thank you for offering this forum and for really the wonderful collaboration we've had from campus in putting this program in place.
Yeah, thank you, Srimati Rohini Chakravarti. And we thank Sri GDS and Srimati Aruna. Thank you for this announcement. We congratulate all the grantees. We now request our director, Professor Bhaskar Ramamurthy, to present a memento virtually to Sri GDS Ramkumar and Srimati Aruna Bamitapati. Suman, can you please share the slides?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
GDS and Aruna, thank you very much. I'm beginning to get a little tired of these online presentations. I wish we could shake hands and hand this over, but anyway, it looks like we'll have to wait a few more months. So thank you very much, and really appreciate what you're doing. Yeah.
Very touched. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor.
Mail this out to you, GDS.
Thank you, Mahesh.
Yeah. May I now request Professor Mahesh Panchaminula, Dean Alumni and Corporate Relations, to grace this program with his closing remarks and vote of thanks.
Thank you, Preeti. First of all, happy Women's Day to all people on this call, not just the women. And happy WLI. It's as others have said, it's a path-breaking program. We're very happy to see it launched on this day. And as Professor Bhaskar mentioned, if we are able to strategically focus the initiative, it can make a big difference to not just IIT Madras, but to the other IITs and other institutions around us as well. Because we also want to not just increase the diversity on our campus, but focus this to help diversity across the country in some ways. So I first off want to thank the foundation for stepping up to ideate on this initiative. All of the board members and the individuals who were involved in the initial ideation were crucial to making sure, and all of the discussions that we've had were crucial to making sure this program is focused in a way that makes sense to the stakeholders here at IIT Madras. And I want to thank I want to thank all of the people involved in those discussions to help us get this program to this stage. And as Rohini mentioned, this program would not have been launched without the keystone gift from GDS and Aruna. And Aruna and GDS, thank you very much for stepping up to be the leaders that will make this program happen. We sincerely want to thank you, and as well as the class of 1990 that has taken this as their brainchild and have really gone on to evangelize it. Girish and others on this call are crucial from that class that have brought a lot of the other donors from the class of 90 on board to help this program get off the ground. I also want to thank all of the applicants. Having received 4.5 crores of proposals, almost 70 to 80 proposals, is an overwhelming response. The fact that we are only able to fund a small fraction of them is actually not something we're proud of, but which we hope to fix in the years to come. But the fact that we received a large number of proposals is something we are very happy to acknowledge. And I want to thank all of the applicants that are on this call and off this call. I would like to convey my gratitude for having taken the time out to put a proposal together and send it in for our consideration. We wish you all the success in the next round. Finally, I want to thank Professor Bhaskar for having personally taken a lead initiative to help shape this program to align with the strategic vision of IIT Madras, and Liji, Rohini, Shweta, Sheetal, and Shubha, who were on the committee, as well as Priya, who were on the committee. They spent countless hours pouring through details of all the proposals to pick the few that we were able to fund. I want to thank you for the time that you've committed to this program. It means a lot to us. I think we are launching this program on solid footing. I am quite confident that it will be a strategically an important initiative that will make a difference here on ground. And my last call to action to all the people on this call, especially the grantees, is to help us make a difference on ground. We want to see an increased fraction of women faculty on this campus. We want to see more women grow into leadership positions. We want to see women leading IIT Madras. Thank you all for joining this call. Good evening, good morning, and good night.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you all for raising this occasion successful. We will take leave now. Jai Hind.
चलो चलो मेरा चलेगा